Hello, hello, everybody. It is Karyl Morris from the Image Impact Group, and I am here with Andre Mello, and he is from Regroup. And Andre, I am so excited for you to be here. One of the things that, doing a franchise edition of the visibility session is that IFA is a big deal, and you are my connection here in Michigan. So
That's
thank
right.
you for being so gracious.
Of course. No, thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So go ahead and just give everybody kind of the 411 about who you are, where you work, and what you guys do, because it's actually
All right.
pretty darn
Yeah,
interesting.
like the elevator pitch, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I am the VP of engagement for Regroup. So Regroup is a full service, woman owned, independent marketing agency. So I know that that's a lot of words, but
Yeah.
there's a reason for that. And it's because we're very much involved with the women's business enterprise. So we're certified women owned. So we try to be able to participate as much as we can and be able to support women owners when we can. And we used to be part of a larger advertising group a
Yeah.
little while back, but we had the opportunity to be able to go independent again. And we said never again, because we want to chart our own path and make sure that we're making decisions and aligning with clients that are really aligned with our values. So we want to make sure to be able to do that. So being independent allow us to do that.
I love
So
that.
yeah, and then my connection to the franchise industry is that I am the Franchise Business Network Chair here in Southeast Michigan. So the FBNs, which is the Franchise Business Network, is the local chapter of the International Franchise Association, and we try to be able to put together events to be able to connect the franchise community. So so that's how we ended up meeting
Yeah.
Karyl. Yeah. So great community, great people. The franchise industry is fantastic. So with Regroup being so prominent within the industry, I get an opportunity to be able to meet cool people like you.
That's awesome. I love that too. And for those of you that have met Andre, I'm not going to tell you anything you don't already know, but those that have not, he walked into my studio, just a huge breath of fresh air, just big time energy, and immediate was like, oh my gosh, we should do this, or you should join this, or I gotta hook you up with this person. He is a connector, which is amazing because not everybody has that talent. We all think we want to, but not everybody comes with that talent.
Right.
And that's perfect for what you do because your whole job is development, right?
That's right. Yeah, it's development, and I think that the reason why my title is not new business development and is engagement is because I
Mhm.
think there is a difference, right? I mean,
Yeah.
the whole idea is that we're not looking to be able to sell widgets. We want to be able to be partners, right? When it
Yeah.
comes to the brands that we work with. So, so it's important to be able to really understand what your clients need and be able to align with them to be able to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. What are some of the patterns that you see with looking at the clients that you're helping now? What are some of the patterns you're seeing with visibility and how they're differentiating themselves from, the proverbial competition?
Yeah, what I think is interesting, Carol, and this is right within your expertise, so I'm sure you have something to say, but it's like with so much competition and the democratization of content, right? Anyone can do content at any time,
Hmm.
right? And being able to put things out there. So, and there's so many options and so many things to be able to pay attention to.
Yeah.
What ends up happening is that people don't know, what to be able to choose. So personal relationships are back in because now
Yeah.
trust is everything, right? So you need to be able to build trust. I mean, we're pretty realistic. There's thousands and thousands of marketing agencies in the United States, and they do amazing work, and we
Hmm.
do amazing work too here in Michigan. But there are certain types of people and certain types of clients that align perfectly with us that allow us to be able to do great work and be able to have fun and be really partners.
Yeah.
The only way that you're able to do that is by engaging and be able to learn about people and building relationships. So you're not selling, you're engaging. So
Yes.
and I know that some questions are going to come up with advice and whatnot, but that's the biggest thing that I see is that make sure that you're saying yes and you're taking opportunities and you're
Hmm.
being as visible as possible because that allows you to be able to build those connections.
Yeah, absolutely. And you never know who you're going to run into, right? So,
That's right.
sometimes we hear people say, well, I'm not going to connect with so and so because I don't know them.
Mhm.
You don't, but that's kind of how you increase who you know,
That's right.
and you don't know who that person knows and where that relationship can go. And it's a funny world. I had a situation just recently where my coach, I've been working with her for over 4 years, and she posted a picture the other day, and it was somebody that I knew years ago. I mean, who would have thought, right? And so there's weird connections everywhere.
100%.
And that's one of the things that I liked so much about you, Andre, when you walked into the room, is that you immediately think that way. And that is not only just good relationship building, but it's strategy, like you said, right? And the more you get to know your client, the better off you can figure out and develop ways to help them.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. What are some of the kind of the hot button things that are going on right now within the franchise world and marketing? Because what I do and what you do are very different. Can they both be under the umbrella of marketing? Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Regroup focuses a lot on business to consumer, right? So not necessarily franchise development, although we've done some work with that in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So, but ultimately, what we would look to be able to do is to be able to really find the truth. So we have a tagline at Regroup is find truth, build trust, empower growth. So it's a 3-step process that then you start all over again. But it's the whole idea of being able to. You can only build trust if you find truth, because if you are coming from a place that's disingenuous, you're not really able to build that trust. So being able to move that way and be able to grow, I think, makes a lot of sense. In franchising today, I think that there is a lot of, so this is a hot button topic, so hot take over here, right? So there's a lot of investment happening in franchising right now, specifically when it comes to private equity and a lot of brands being able to be consolidated so that they can, take advantage of shared services and be able to be more profitable and working in that way. So I think what happens with that is that people get focused on selling franchises and not necessarily building systems. So, I mean, there's a reason why it's a franchise system, right? It's because all interconnected between franchisor, franchisees, suppliers, and everybody needs to be able to work together in order to be able to complete that. So when you're focused specifically on just selling and not on building the system, what happens is that you don't get candidates that align with your brand, or you get people that don't know what they're doing, or people that might not have the wherewithal to be able to run a business. So, but it's very tempting, because if you have a good concept and you see that people are excited about it, you want to be able to scale as quickly as you can. But the truth is that you have to be able to be selective as to who you're building within your system, because they're all part of the machine that makes
absolutely. And representative of you.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah. So jumping back kind of into the IFA world again, that's what brought us together. I know that, as the head of the Detroit area or the Southeast Michigan area, which we all think we're just in Detroit. So
it's all Detroit Metro. That's right. Even in Ann Arbor, it's Detroit Metro. There's a bus. I mean, a bus goes from Detroit to Ann Arbor, right?
It's fine. It's all the same, right? Yeah. Are there any events coming up specifically for our area that people should know about?
Yeah, so thanks for bringing this up. So we just relaunched the Franchise Business Network here in Southeast Michigan. So we're trying to be able to get as many people as possible to be able to connect and have different events. So things that we're planning for the second half of the year is in July, we're going to be doing a franchise crawl in Ann Arbor, where we're going to be visiting a couple of franchise brands and a couple of suppliers from the IFA to be able to just bring exposure to those brands. We're looking to be able to do a happy hour in August, just to be able to connect people and be able to just have that human connection and be able to know each other more and whatnot. And we're looking, and we just recently did a webinar on the franchise marketing industry. So because franchise marketing is unlike any other marketing. So we have a webinar that's on demand that you're able to see. So my recommendation is to go to LinkedIn and be able to look for FBN Southeast Michigan and follow us. And we are going to be posting all those events for you to be able to sign up and then connect with the community. So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
and I will tell you that, I wanted to interject, because I was at the marketing webinar and it was great. I mean, a lot of aha moments, and 3 women right here in Detroit with, great insight into what's going on now, what people need, and fantastic job, getting the panel up and going and motivated. So that was awesome.
Well, thank you. Well, I mean, the franchise industry is really interesting because I've never experienced this before in my career. Having an industry that's so willing to be able to share what works and I think that one of the reasons is because you're not category specific, right? So if you're a home service brand and you are a restaurant brand, you could potentially talk about franchising, but you're in two completely different industries, right? So I think that because of that, there's less threat in regards to competition and whatnot. So the entire franchise industry is very forthcoming and very much interested in connecting and sharing their story and being able to help people out. So so that's what we're here for in Southeast Michigan. So if you follow us and join our group, if we are able to help you out through your franchise journey, we'll try to do that.
I love that. I love that so much. And again, I just joined IFA. I've worked with franchise consultants, franchisors, and a franchisee, very brand new franchisee, all here in the last handful of years. And finally, I thought, let's move on to being a little bit more intentional about this. And the very first interaction I have is with you, which was phenomenal. So,
Great.
I want to kind of shift things a little bit. What's that?
Destiny, that's what it was.
Destiny, there you go. Well, I want to shift a little bit because I know that IFA is not the only industry, or the franchise industry is not the only industry that you're involved with, and you're very much involved with the B Corp movement. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so B corporations are for-profit companies that have made a pledge to be able to use business as a force for good. So it's, meeting at the corner of profit and purpose, so to speak. So the first B Corp in the United States was Ben and Jerry's, for example, because they're very much, value driven and they have very specific things and they want to be able to save the environment and they're looking for social justice. So they became the first B Corp. So the B Corp is a certification program by a nonprofit called B Labs, USA and Canada. And they have a very stringent assessment that you have to go through. It took us a year and a half for us to be able to fill out ours and be able to get to where it needs to be.
Wow.
So it's very much recognized in the industry as one of the standards of, if you're making an impact in social and environmental justice. So participating in, Regroup became a B Corp in 2023. Okay. So we started joining that community. And what we loved is that there's all these companies that are aligned with us when it comes to value. We all want to be able to be people first. We want to take care of our communities. We want to be able to support our clients so that we can provide, benefits across industries and across communities. So yeah, it's critical and it's very fun to be able to find things that you're passionate about and be able to share it with other people. So it's been an amazing experience. So I'm on I can't help but join a programming board. So I put events together, and actually in August, at the end of August, we're looking to be able to put a B Corp event here in Ann Arbor. So keep an eye out for that. But if you want to learn more about B Corps, I can talk about B Corps all day. So
oh my God, that's so awesome. Yeah, and I'll be honest, that is a new thing for me, and obviously everybody's sort of Ben and Jerry's, but what a fantastic path to head down, and I would imagine it just feels so good, right? Doing good. Yes, of course you're still turning a profit, but you're doing things for the right reasons, and that's pretty. Not just admirable.
Selling shoes, cool. For sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to ask you a couple more questions, and then I've got one fun question at the very end. So,
all right.
Now, on your path from franchising and working in this industry now for a bit, what would you suggest to somebody that is just coming into this world, whether they're a vendor or actually looking to buy a franchise? What are some of the helpful hints that you would give?
Yeah, so one is to just say yes. So take action,
Okay.
be intentional. So it's the whole idea of don't let things happen to you. Like make sure that you're driving what your visibility is and
Yes.
where you want to be and the people that you want to be able to connect with. So I think that a lot of people think that they don't have the ability to be able to build a network or to be able to reach people, but you'd be surprised as to how many people will just like answer,
Yeah.
your email or being able to connect you with somebody else. I think that mostly people want to help.
I
So
love
I
that.
think that, yeah, so I think that that is certainly important. But the thing that I keep repeating over and over again, I heard it at the IFA conference this year, is that Mary Thompson, who is the chair of the IFA this year, and she's also the CEO of BNI International, which is a networking, and she says that givers gain. So it's the
Yeah.
whole idea of you give without the expectation of return. So the idea is that if you have a giver mentality and that every interaction that you have, you're providing value and giving something to somebody they didn't necessarily ask for or wasn't expecting, and they left with more value than when they came in. So, being able to do that builds you genuine connections. So, and then when people are going to need your services, they're going to think about the people that were, genuinely interested and wanted to be able to help. So that's what I would say. I mean, people are friendly. I mean,
Yeah.
you're gonna have some wins and you're gonna have some workouts, but ultimately, it's go take action and then have a value attitude.
I love that. I love that. Thank you. All right. So today I was on LinkedIn and you popped up. You're singing a song. I saw two different LinkedIn posts. I saw one for you and one for Regroup.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
one, you rewrote an entire song,
Yes.
and I'll let you tell us about that. And then the second one was, I believe it was you and the
And Jan, the
and
owner of Regroup. Yep.
yes, yes, and you guys were singing away. Which leads me to ask you about franchise sing. Is there really such a thing? Is this
Yeah,
a growing community and movement in the franchise world?
it is. It really is. And it's one of the coolest things. I mean, and we talk about visibility and trust, but it's something that has grown organically and created a lot of friendships and a lot of, business opportunities as well. But so ultimately it is that a group of us that are karaoke enthusiasts,
Yeah.
met at the IFA throughout the years and somehow got talking about karaoke. We decided to go and we had a blast one year. So now in every conference that we go, we try to be able to have a franchise sing event where we all go together and we sing karaoke songs and we have a good time.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to be going to the Fagery franchise conference in July, and we're going to try to be able to put a karaoke event over there. And we're trying to do one in Sid Gold's here in Detroit too, because that's live piano. So that would be really
Oh,
interested. So if anybody is looking to be able to sponsor the Franchise Business Network, we would love to be able to talk to you.
that is so phenomenal. I love that. And please count me in. Count me in.
Love it.
In my soul, I am a blues singer. I don't know that it comes out, but that's what I feel.
Oh, that's right. That's all you need.
That's right. That or give me a Diana Ross gown. These are the things that I wish for. Oh my gosh, so fun. Any parting words of wisdom? Again, how can people best get involved with IFA? And what's your single favorite thing about being part of that group?
Yeah, so I would say, follow us on LinkedIn, the Franchise Business Network, to be able to see our events and then connect with our community. We're all pretty friendly and we'll try to help you out as much as we possibly can. And the favorite thing about the IFA in general is that, and you talk a lot about this in your work, Karyl, is that it provides you opportunities for connection. So the IFA has a CFE program, which is a Certified Franchise Executive program that is run by the IFA Academy. So you can join cohorts and meet a bunch of different franchise professionals through that and be able to build connections. The IFA has 4 or 5 conferences a year that you're able to attend and be able to build different connections. They have webinars, they have different groups, they have a supplier forum, they have a membership forum, they have all sorts of different committees. So the opportunity is there for you to be able to get involved and be able to be more visible, but you just have to, take action to do it.
I love it. So Again, thank you so much for stopping by. One of the things that I heard time and time again is take action. Take
Yes,
action. That's how things happen.
that's
You
right.
can wish for a lot of things, but unless you take the steps to do it, make yourself visible, believe in your ideas, and just go for it. I appreciate you so much, Andre, and I appreciate you coming on here. Appreciate you stopping by my studio a couple weeks ago.
Sure.
I'm really looking forward to what's next.
Absolutely. I'm looking for it too.
All right.
And welcome
Awesome.
to the crazy, Karyl.
All right, everybody, stay tuned. We'll be back with another great guest, but in the meantime, make sure to reach out to Andre if you have any questions about IFA here in the Detroit area, and be on the lookout for Regroup and all the great marketing deals that they do there as well. So thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, take care. We'll talk soon.